Hello, epic viewers from around the universe. Prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today another riveting, captivating, stellar unboxing video is about to be brought to fruition. What items will I be unboxing? What items will I be opening? Without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to elicit the box. What items are encompassed inside this bulky, hefty, tangible, nifty box? Let's find out. I'm going to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now, so bear with me. It will only take me billions of picoseconds to extract the items from the box and subsequently flaunt them in front of the camera for you to feast your glorious eyes on. Here we go. The boxing process is about to commence. It is officially underway. What items will I be prompting? What items will I be drawing forth? What items will I be eliciting? Let's find out. We have bubble wrap. Here we go. Here's the first item. It's engulfed by plastic, or I should say it's engulfed in a plastic bag. That sounded uncanny. That sounded unprecedented. That was an indelible line. I shall revoke my previous statement. You'll likely forget it in the pending future. Nonetheless, who do we have here, you may ask? We have the illustrious, revered, renowned, legendary, stoic, audacious Lino, the leader of the ThunderCats. Followed by Lino, we have another version of Lino, likely produced by Bandai. I believe that this Lino emulates the appearance of the modern day Lino. This Lino emulates the appearance of the classic Lino. One seems to be at least 5 inches tall, the other one seems to stand roughly 6 inches tall. I prefer the classic appearance over the modern appearance. So if you're a retro ThunderCats fan, you may have a proclivity to prefer this figurine over this particular figurine. This one also has an adjustable shoulder pad, which is nice. This one also has more armor, but it isn't a deal breaker in my humble opinion. He also has a little dagger that could be wielded. Or obscured by his gauntlet at any given moment. So these figurines are not abysmal per se, but they're not perfect either. Why are they not perfect? They lack finger joint articulation. They lack toe articulation. They seem to lack a diaphragm joint. They don't have as many ample points of articulation as Toy Biz Marvel Legends figurines. The screws are noticeable in this figurine. He's missing plastic filling in certain areas. This is just unequivocally disappointing and unacceptable from the perspective of an avid devout Toy Biz Marvel Legends collector. Would you want to see screw holes mar the appearance of your figurine? Most likely not. Why did I concede to this? I purchased these products on the second-hand market for a discounted price. But if I saw this figurine in the retail stores, I likely would have forgot the opportunity to buy him. The screw holes irritate me, they agitate me. They should have plastic filling embedded within them and not be devoid of plastic filling. They're noticeable, they're not obscured, but I'll get over it. It's not worth it to succumb to a triple bypass from the stress induced by wanting better figurines. Okay, what else do we have? You have accessories, a plethora of accessories. They can be utilized for these figurines. I could wield them. We have some armaments in here. You can utilize them as diorama pieces. You can sell them via eBay. Here's a third Lino figurine. You know what I mean? Actually, earlier I made a blunder. I thought that this may be Lino, but this may be Tigra. Was this Tigra or Lino? Actually, no, I revoked my previous statement. I think this is Lino. Actually, I'm not 100% sure now. I'll have to look this up later when I get the chance. So, we have Lino over here. This one is Lino. I'm 110% sure about that. This one is either Tigra or Lino. I think it's Lino, but I shouldn't make any arbitrary assumptions. This may be the new appearance of Lino, but it may also be the new appearance of Tigra. I honestly do not know. But I mean, if my life depended on this guess, then I would go with Lino. But yet again, I could wind up losing my life because of an asinine presumption. So I'll verify whether this character is Lino or Tigra. I'll look it up and I'll put it in the description. So that way, if you want to buy this particular figurine, you can, and that way you'll know if he's the embodiment of the Lino character or the Tigra character. He's certainly not the embodiment of the retro Lino character or the retro Tigra character, but he's likely the embodiment of the modern day Lino or the modern day Tigra character. Actually, I changed my mind. Maybe I could look it up now. Or no, maybe I could defer doing it. I'm just so curious now. It's an enigma. Actually, I think he's Tigra because I don't think I would have purchased this lot if he were not Tigra. Yeah, so actually I think he's a modern day embodiment of Tigra. That's what I would wager my life on if I absolutely had to under duress. But fortunately I don't. So I think he's a modern day version of Tigra, but he may also be Lino. Well, I'll look it up later and put in the correct name in the description. That way there's no confusion. That way you're not discombobulated, because I'm flustered as well, and there's no need for you to be flustered. There's no need for you to share that experience with me. Maybe you vicariously experience the frustration and the agony and the trauma and the distress through watching my videos. Who knows? So here's Lino. The retro version stands roughly 8 inches tall, lacks finger joint articulation. His muscle tones accentuate his physical prowess. Not a bad figurine. He scales eminently well with an 8-inch action figure line. Most action figure lines are obviously not 8 inches. A lot of them are 4 inches or smaller, so kind of awkward to try to blend him in with 5 to 4 inch counterparts. Nonetheless, he does have merit. He's an epic figurine. He's stupendous. I love his sculpt. I love his textures. I love his hues. I love his shadings. I love his aesthetics. I love his facial expression. I love his abs. I love his belt. It has a ThunderCats symbol embedded on it. So, not a bad figurine per se. He's not the quintessential Lino in my opinion, but he's not bad either. He's not an abysmal figurine. So that's the first part of my unboxing of the ThunderCats action figure lot. I procured these figurines via eBay and the secondhand market. I haggled down the price to under $40. Do I have any qualms about my purchase and decision thus far? No. I love the fact that they're practically unscathed. I love the fact that they're in near mint condition. I love the fact that the integrity of these figurines has not been compromised. I love the fact that their joints are sturdy. I love their aesthetics. I love their hues. I love their sculpts. I love their textures. I love their shadings. These are just remarkable figurines. Only issue is they lack finger joint articulation, and I would prefer that they had finger joint articulation so that they could be placed into more dynamic poses. But even though the customization is limited in that regard, in that facet, it's not the end of the world. I could cope with the situation. If I truly wanted to, I could purchase a custom lino figurine if I was willing to lay out the capital, if I was willing to deplete my finite monetary resources on it, but I'm not willing to. I'm not willing to also insert joints in the figurines and insert new points of articulation by revamping their designs. So it is what it is. I'll just make do with the situation. I'm not going to invest all this time into customizing figurines when I could generate more revenue elsewhere. Well, I wouldn't be generating revenue if I customize my figurines unless I resold them, and I'm not going to place them on eBay, so these figurines have no extrinsic value to me. Maybe to you, but if you're not going to resell them, then they're practically worth $0. They only have a second-hand market value or an extrinsic value if you're willing to sell them, but they have a tremendous intrinsic value to me because I relish these figurines. I love the theories that they're derived from. I haven't really seen too much of the ThunderCats. This series does not really appease me too much, but I do love the figurines. I like the characters. I'm not infatuated with the cartoon, but it doesn't really matter too much. I mean, I bought the lot with intention of receiving the action figures, and their appearances emulate the characters' appearances from the ThunderCats TV series. So it's great that I finally have 3 ThunderCats action figures. I actually have more, and I'm going to unbox the other ones in a future video, so stay tuned for that. I hope that you found this video to be intriguing and insightful. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.